What if I told you Guyana just mash up? No, for real. Civil War, Black Power state, Caribbean leaders sweating like they in an August sun, and all starting with a tragic case that shook the nation to its core. Buckle up, click that like button, and make sure you subscribe. Because this episode, it wild like a fete with no police permit. Imagine this. Aubrey Norton, opposition leader in Guyana, finally snaps. The pressure cooker was whistling for years. But what burst the cover? The heartbreaking death of 11-year-old Adriana Young, found dead in a resort pool in late April 2025. Now hear this. While authorities say she drowned, the public and her grieving family suspect ritualistic foul play. Word spreads fast. Conspiracies mix with grief, and like bad curry and white pants, things get messy quick. From Georgetown to Belladrum to Linden, the people rise. Protests, looting, rubber bullets, tear gas, 2 dead. Government call a curfew, but bruh. The fire already catch. And just like that, Aubrey Norton steps up like he's channeling Toussaint Louverture and Malcolm X in one breath. Just like Marcus Garvey dreamed of a black nation in Africa, Norton plants one in South America, Berbice as the new Zion. He makes a bold, jaw-dropping announcement. A new state, a black majority republic. From Linden to Lethem, capital, Cuffy Town, named for Cuffy, the OG freedom fighter. This ain't just some political temper tantrum. Norton builds this thing like a spiritual son of Maurice Bishop, talking about land committees, self-reliance, and food sovereignty. Aubrey Norton wouldn't rely on an official army because the Guyana Defense Force would still be under President Ali. Instead, he'd modernize Maurice Bishop's grassroots model. Norton would form a decentralized, civilian-based defense unit loyal to the People's Republic of Berbice. Recruited from Linden, New Amsterdam, Ituni, and Lethem, they'd be trained in guerrilla tactics by ex-soldiers, local martial arts clubs, and even foreign supporters. Every village or neighborhood in liberated territory has its own community defense council that elects a defense liaison. They coordinate food supply, local security, and communication. Just like Grenada invited Cuban troops, Norton would call on Afro-Caribbean revolutionaries from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, even U.S. Pan-African groups. Caribbean solidarity gets real, with training camps in the interior and guest fighters supporting border zones. Norton would turn rice fields into resistance camps and WhatsApp groups into revolutionary councils. It's giving. Grenada 2.0 with Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, the ghost of Forbes Burnham somewhere up in revolutionary heaven smiling like, finally! Because Norton quoting Burnham more than a Pentecostal quotes Psalms. Afro-Guyanese pride front and center. But what does President Irfan Ali do? You think he gonna fold like soft roadie? Nah, brethren. Ali calls Norton a national security threat, mobilizes troops, tries to shut it all down. He calls CARICOM, the OAS, even Guyanese aunties from Florida to beg for unity. But Norton? He out here yelling, freedom now, with a side of anti-colonial seasoning. Ali trying to hold Guyana together like a man trying to fix a broken hammock with scotch tape. Trinidad and Tobago, with Kamla Persad-Bissessar back as PM, strongly opposes the movement. She denounces it as racially dangerous and accuses Norton of ethno-fascism. Tobago, however, has grassroots rumblings of support, mirroring their own autonomy struggle. Andrew Holness in Jamaica, man sweating bullets. Officially neutral, but quietly he's afraid. The Rastas and Garveyites in Jamaica chanting, give Norton liberty or give us, I tall stew. Kingston becomes a haven for exiled Guyanese radicals. Holness issuing statements so vague, it sound like a horoscope. We encourage peace and stability across the region. Translation? Please don't bring that heat to Mobay. Then there's Mia Motley, queen of composure. Sis calls a CARICOM emergency summit faster than you can say diplomatic immunity. She trying to mediate but behind closed doors? Bridgetown divided, some intellectuals waving Pan-African flags, others just want peace so their rum supply don't get cut off. But listen, Norton don't care. He got TikTok teens on one side, digital guerrillas on the other. Drones, burner phones, encrypted apps. This ain't your granny revolution. Black land committees coordinate like DoorDash for dissent. And if you're feeling the fire so far, do me a little favor. Smash that like button, drop a comment below, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Don't just watch the revolution, be part of it. But wait, there's tension in the ranks. The Douglas dilemma, Afro-Guyanese versus mixed-race Guyanese, start to split the movement. Norton chooses unity, but not everybody's singing One Love. Espionage, betrayal, revolutionary tribunals. Game of Thrones wish it had this kind of plot. Civil liberties are restricted for the sake of national security. Norton would have to walk a tightrope between protecting the revolution and maintaining order while curbing any threats, both internal and external. He would temporarily restrict access to certain public spaces or even internet access in key areas to disrupt enemy activity. Norton launches the One Blood Congress, a national unity forum within the People's Republic of Berbice, where Afro, Dougla, even progressive Indo voices debate policy openly. He taps respected Dougla elders and artists as cultural advisors, including poets and musicians, to reframe the narrative around unity, not dilution. Mandatory education programs to unify the people under one ideology, ensuring loyalty to the cause, and fostering strong, educated revolutionaries. Podcasts, YouTube channels, and live-streamed events would be used to reach the masses. But he didn't stop there. To keep hardliners in check, Norton strengthens the Revolutionary Tribunal, but with an added Truth and Unity panel. This allows accused infiltrators or dissenters to defend themselves publicly. The goal? Transparency, not terror. And just to show he's serious, he says on a fiery mic, "This ain't Game of Thrones. This is Game of Growth. We can't fight Babylon just to become it." Internationally, Venezuela, shady as ever, backing Norton like he's their new puppet. Oil deals, weapon drops, hugs from Maduro, you name it. Norton giving them mining concessions and the nationalists vex like somebody cut the pepper out their pepper pot. And then Trump. Man jumps on his X account and says, "Norton is a Venezuelan thug. This will not be another Grenada. Sad." Next thing you know, U.S. Navy off the Guyanese coast, CIA playing puppet master with Dougla factions, and Exxon execs doing push-ups in the embassy. Meanwhile, Africa watching like proud parents at graduation. Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, they all clap for Norton like, "Yes, son, shake up the place." Norton, now playing big boy politics, tells the UN, "Sanction us and we'll be opening ports to China. Let's see who really wants that oil." And just like that, China enters the chat. So where does this leave us? The People's Republic of Berbice, now realer than Sunday morning service. Cuffy Town is the capital of resistance. Their slogan? Justice, self-determination, freedom. This is no longer just a movement. It's a message to every Caribbean nation. So tell me, do you think the People's Republic of Berbice would survive? Would Norton be a freedom fighter or a regional threat? Drop a comment, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more wild Caribbean analysis that CNN could never give ya. Till next time, stay safe, stay smart, and remember, if they shut you up, get louder. One love.
Yeah. This is the Guyana Defense Force, the Army of Guyana. They're here at National Park. They're exercising, they're training hard. As you can see, dedicated soldiers of Guyana, they're here. Their base is not too far, but there's a squad that is here exercising, doing their push-ups at the National Park. Yeah, thank you. I see them here. Thank you.